Welcome to In Brief Series, Episode 5 Queen Mary or Bloody Mary. Mary's life was strongly affected by her father's whimsical marriages. Mary's life was very sad. She had a formidable impact upon English history. She came to the throne when she was 37. England was not used to a female ruler. She'd never been married. From 1516 to about 1530, she lived happily. She was well educated, had a good voice and linguistic skills. Her mother was devoted to her due to many miscarriages. Catherine of Aragon fought against Henry's desire for divorce. Catherine came from an established family of Catholic Spanish kings, and she was proud of her origins. Mary inherited her mother's pride as well as her enduring affection for Spain. She was betrothed to her cousin, the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, also known as Charles I of Spain. Charles wanted Mary to come to Spain immediately. Henry ignored the request, so Charles jilted Mary and married another princess. Mary was made the first Princess of Wales. However, Henry longed for a male heir. Henry's argument concerning the invalidity of his marriage to Catherine was based on theology. Since she had been briefly married to his brother Arthur, her marriage to Henry was incestuous. Catherine replied before her marriage to Henry that Pope had granted a dispensation. The Pope did so under pressure from Henry VII and Ferdinand. Besides, Catherine swore she and Arthur had never consummated their marriage. Of course, Henry would be sure of it. Mockingly enough, he had a sudden attack of conscience when he had his affair with Anne Boleyn. After marrying Anne, Henry was determined to declare Mary a bastard, so Mary developed a lusting hatred of Anne and her daughter Elizabeth. Like her Catholic mother, Mary refused to acknowledge both the church and her father's position as supreme head. Being declared a bastard, Mary began to suffer from a variety of illnesses, undoubtedly stress-related. She suffered all her life from severe headaches, nausea, and infrequent menstruation. To regain his favor, Henry wanted Mary to acknowledge him as head of the Church of England and to admit the incestuous illegality of his marriage to Catherine. Persuaded by her cousin Charles V, Mary gave in to Henry's demand. However, she regretted doing so all her life. Henry was reconciled to Mary when he married Jane Seymour, who encouraged such reconciliation. As a result, Mary welcomed the new queen. Mary was satisfied to learn that Elizabeth was bastardized since her mother was executed on charges of incest and treason. When Mary was a queen, she revoked the Act of Parliament, which made her a bastard. However, on being a queen, Elizabeth didn't bother herself to do so. The 9-day Queen. Henry ordered the succession as follows. First, Edward, or Edward's heirs. If Edward died without an issue, the throne passed to Mary. After Mary, to Elizabeth. Edward and Dudley disregarded Henry's will and barred both Mary and Elizabeth from the succession. Edward willed the throne to his Protestant scholarly cousin Lady Jane Grey, to whom Dudley married his son Guilford. After Edward's death, Dudley and the Protestant lords declared Jane queen. Jane's reign lasted for 9 days. Mary arrested Jane and Guilford and executed their fathers. Bloody Mary. Mary refused the religious proclamations of Edward VI and replaced them with Old English laws enforcing heresy against the church. In carrying out the last action, Mary earned her nickname Bloody Mary because during her reign she had more than 300 persons burned at the stake of heresy, among them the Archbishop of Canterbury, Thomas Cranmer. Mary's foreign affairs. Because of her support to the papacy and Roman Catholic Church, she was never able to get the support of nobles and most of her countrymen. In her search to find an heir to the English throne, at the age of 37, Mary wed Prince Philip II of Spain. This made her subjects even more apprehensive about her because many viewed Spain as the arch enemy of England. Her foreign affairs had also met failure. encouraged to ally with Spain by Philip in a war against France, Mary lost Calais, the only held English position in France. In 1558, her husband deserted her and went back to Spain to claim the throne. Unable to provide an heir, Mary was forced to recognize his sister Elizabeth, an Anglican Protestant, as the next ruler of England.